What's going on, YouTube? It's Rock from Flip the Thrift, and I'm going to show you what I picked up today, so stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Okay, so if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Rocco. I live in Pennsylvania, and I am a reseller, which means that I take undervalued items and sell them for a profit. I buy them, I purchase them at thrift stores, yard sales, estate sales, any place I can get my grubby little fingers on them and flip them for a profit. So I'm going to show you what I picked up today. So without any further ado, we're going to get right into it. And if you like this type of content, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, watch the video in its entirety, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below, and all that jazz. So let's get into the video right now. So I did pick up some adult videos today. I got 3 of them. They can be listed in the adult category. Now I'm kind of back and forth with whether they have to be sealed. I mean, I see a lot of them. I'm going to do a lot more research before I do list them because I don't want to get, I don't want to get flagged or anything like that or lose my account over some stupid videos. I paid like 80 cents a piece for them, so I paid $3 total. One of them is brand new, and obviously I can't show them to you because they are explicit. So we're going to get right into, I'm actually going to show you what I found today. This is Coogie. Now, if you don't know what Coogie is an Australian company, Australian brand that was popularized, I guess you could say, by Biggie Smalls. Bill Cosby wore them on his show, and they're usually very colorful, and this one is actually fake. I was very disappointed because I knew something was a little suspect when I looked at it. You can tell that the stitching is really, really bad. It's really off. It says made in Australia on the tag. It's an acrylic sweater. I don't know what they're usually made. They're probably made out of cotton. So it does say on the tag, where you at, tag? It says it's made in Lebanon. So Lebanon is like, probably not Lebanon, Pennsylvania, right? It says 100% acrylic, made in Lebanon. So obviously it's not real. If it's supposed to be made in, I'll do a little bit more research, but 100% sure that this is fake. So there's really nothing I can do with it. It's pretty cool, though. If it would have been real, I would have got about 180 for it. So be on the lookout for Coogie. It's a very good brand. It doesn't have to be the colorful ones as long as it's the abstract sweater design, t-shirt designs. You can also sell sweaters that look like Coogie, and they'll sell right away because you can probably get anywhere between like 30 and 40, maybe even a little bit more for a look-alike Coogie. But if you find the real deal with all the colors and all the bells and whistles on it, not bells and whistles, but you know what I mean, all extravagant. Sorry about that. Shaking the whole scene right there. You can get about $300 for them, so, which is outlandish. All right, so I did pick up a couple free items. I didn't look up the expiration date. Since they're free, I don't really care what I'm going to get for them. Black. They're all black, so I'm going to sell these all, probably all in a lot. They're probably not worth that much. 920. They are XL, too, so that's really good. That means that they're twice as much ink. I don't see a date on these. But these are recycled. These are not. These are filled, like refilled or whatever ink. And they're not worth as much, but they were free. So I'm just going to sell them in a lot like this. And hopefully I can get anywhere between $10 to $20. Probably about $20 for these. Maybe a little bit more, considering that it is XL. But it's not original ink. It's not like HP or anything like that. So, but still, it was free. Can't complain. This was also free. This was where I went, and what did I get there? I got a couple things there. I don't remember. I got the adult videos, and I got a box of stuff there also. This was also free. This is NASCAR Coca-Cola. It's 2003. It does have a stain on top, but who cares? It was free. Maybe 10 or 15 bucks for that. So here's another hat that I got in another place today. This was at like a little flea market type of deal. Branson Showtown USA. This is definitely vintage. It has the USA tag. If the foam inside is cracking or falling out, sometimes I like to take the foam completely out. This foam is actually behind net, so it's be a little bit harder to remove. I would actually have to cut the net to get it out, or it was just going to constantly leak. Usually what I do is I just pull all of, if it's like rotting away, I just like pull it all out. And just sell the hat, you know, without the foam. And it'll just be like kind of like unstructured, but it is what it is. I guess the foam was like to keep the structure of the hat, maybe for like sweat or something like that. But it's definitely vintage. It's not worth that much. I see them listed for like $12. I paid $1, so I probably shouldn't have bought it, but it was another impulse buy. It'll sell. I'll get 10 bucks for it or something. I'll probably make like $3 in profit. So we got a Charlie Rich. I only picked up a couple of these because there were only a couple that were in really good shape. This one's in like basically new condition. This one's really good condition. I can probably get a little bit more for it because of the condition. And then we have the Best of Hank Williams Jr., which is man, standing in the shadows, nobody's a child, I am in no condition, blah 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 blah. So maybe I'll sell them both together. Who knows? I'm not really sure what they're worth. I think these were 50 cents. And I was looking these up. This is a Cybernet FM stereo tuner pack. I was looking some of these up, and I was seeing how they were selling for a decent amount. I did pay up for it. I paid $5 for it, but some of these are selling for like $30 or $40. So the condition of this one is very good. So we'll see. We shall see, said the blind man. I did buy these at the same place. Now, this is just a big box of G.I. Joe stuff. They're very old because I did pick one up, and I was like, the wheel's not supposed to move in the front, and I kind of forced it, and I shouldn't have did that, and it broke. I was actually looking for the date, and I was just, my curiosity killed the cat there, killed the front wheel. But there's a bunch of pieces in here. There's another cycle. He did say, the guy that owns the place said that he has the little thrift shop. It's where I used to put, I used to keep stuff in there. I guess you could call it an antique booth or whatever you want to call it. But what happened was, somebody came in and took all the good pieces basically. So I got stuck with all the junk. But even for the junk, I paid $5. It's all G.I. Joe stuff, you know, whatever, just kind of like bits and pieces. Here's another cycle. That one's cool. That one's pretty dope. I'm going to try to find a date on... This one does move. Yeah, be careful not to break it, right? This one actually moves back and forth. Man, I wish I could find a date on it. I'm guessing... But I'm going to do a little bit more research on this stuff, and I'll see if I can find a date. So, I did buy a bunch of perfume. This was at, is it Care and Share? I think it was called Care and Share. Man, I gotta turn off my notifications because they're always like, and it's right in the middle of my video. Like, okay, so she did put some paper in. All right, so this one is, I'm gonna have to remove the paper. I paid $1 for this one. I do really well with like perfume and cologne, especially older, like vintage. This is Maxeria BCBG, I think it's called. BCBG Maxazria. I know I'm definitely butchering the heck out of that name, but can't really see it, but let's see. There you go. I don't know what this perfume is worth, but I can't really smell it, so I don't know if it smells any good. I don't want to get it on me, my old lady. I think I got, you know, lipstick on my collar and perfume smell. All right, so we got, this one is Love Relin Hesse. This is Tory Burch. Okay, I figured that this is probably worth a few bucks. This is basically a full bottle. So, you know, I can get something for it. I mean, I think I paid $2 for this one. I paid like $17 for everything I bought there. It's very cheap when I go. That's why I like to go to this place. This one is Clinique Happy. This was $1. I'm taking the stickers off now while I'm here. While I'm at it. This is brand new. I don't really think that. This is probably a spray too, right? Oh, no, this one's a screw. Nah, not really crazy about that one. Then we have this one. I think this one's Lucky. This one's Lucky brand. That one's a full bottle as well. There's Lucky brand. That was $2. They were $1 and $2 a piece. So can't beat that. This one I took a chance on because I don't get any service in this place, so that's kind of like why I wing it. This is Passion Dance. I've never heard of it. I don't know if it's I didn't look at the, like, it doesn't make sense to take a magnifying glass with me because I can just use my phone, use my camera, and just zoom in with the camera. But it might be Avon. If it's Avon, it doesn't mean that it's not worth money. I did just sell an Avon bottle of perfume for a decent amount. Passion Dance for women. Flammable. Montreal. I'll have to look it up. We will see. We will see. Okay, so let's get into this. I wasn't finding anything in this place, and then I found, my daughter just gave me a Marble shirt too, and I found this one today. This one is actually quarter zip. It's a little wrinkled. It's really big. It's corduroy. Really nice. It's the Marble Unlimited. What size is it? Over for care. It doesn't have a size. Basically, most of the stuff that you ordered from Marble was like one size fits all. You just kind of just whatever. But I'm going to measure this. This is probably, it looks like it could be a 2 or 3X. So it's definitely big. Extra large. It's a big item. It's in very good condition. A lot of this stuff was not worn. I don't know why. All the Marble stuff. Maybe people are just like kind of just collecting it or something. I don't know. But, you know, whatever. Clothing. Oh, I don't want to knock my stuff over. Alright, so what's in this one? We got a decent amount of stuff today. Nothing, you know, nothing crazy. I did get a couple shirts for myself. This was at the Goodwill because I had to, my wife won another, she keeps winning on the Facebook Marketplace on the, for the fire companies, for the fireman's raffle or whatever you want to call it. And I haven't played in a while, so I'm not winning because I'm not playing, obviously. I spent a total of $14 there, and I got a couple shirts. I actually got some shirts for myself and my kids, whoever they'll fit. This one's Rio de Janeiro. I have to look them up first, because if I do run into a t-shirt that's actually worth a good bit, these are kind of small. This one's cool. See, I'm just really not fitting a large, not very good. But I got that one, I got that Nike one, and I got this Nike one. This one looks a little bit bigger. Maybe not. No, they're not very big. Me and my one son are extra large, and I think my other two, my twins, are, that one's pretty cool. My twins are not in that. So, they're in a large, and yeah. I don't think I'm going to fit them. I'm going to try them on, but I need to go on a diet. I'm getting too fat. But I picked up this Midland International. I was looking them up, and the comps are pretty high on these. I don't know if I looked them up as sold, but I did take it out of the thing, but I didn't check the battery. I'm pretty sure it probably takes a boatload of batteries. You got to take the screw off the back. So it's actually in really good condition, but looks can be deceiving. It might look very good on the outside. It actually looks like it's missing. It has a hole drilled in it or something, so I don't know. We're going to actually open this up. I'm going to do this right now, so why not? Get the screwdriver. I think I got one. In here. Where's the screwdriver? There it is. Okay. I got so much crap up here. I got stuff everywhere. All right, we're gonna take this off. Let's try the flat one because it's a Phillips screw, but it's like none of my Phillips are gonna fit in that. So I'm gonna try to use the flat one. Maybe even a coin would work better to open it. This will work, but I'm pretty sure that's how you got to open it. Most of these old ones, you got to take the screw out to get the back off of it. So Oh, yeah, the whole thing opens up. Okay, so it looks good. Looks really good. And the batteries go into that right there. All right. They come out. You just put, it takes 1, 2, 3, 4. It takes 8 batteries. So, all right. So we'll leave this open, and I'll put some batteries in it, and hopefully it works. It looks pretty good on the inside. It looks really good. Doesn't look like anything's blown. I don't see any black marks or anything inside. Or it looks pretty good. I don't know why that hole's drilled right there. That doesn't go to anything. Something, maybe a clip or something went on there. Let's put some batteries in it. Already took you guys this far. Come on. Come on. Come on. Alright. Let's put some batteries. I think it's going to take about 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. So hopefully it works. If it works, it's definitely going to be worth some decent money. Is that a small battery that goes right there? See, of course it had to be. It takes a little battery too. You gotta be kidding me. This thing takes too many batteries. Yeah, it takes little ones in between. It does. It takes little batteries on it, and that's just weird. And it takes 1, 2. Wow, man, this thing takes a lot of batteries. It probably eats them all up too. I thought that you could use. I thought you could recharge them. I don't remember. But no, yeah. See, they go in like that, and then it takes 2 more small batteries. Like, wow, that's a lot of batteries. Taking up my video, man. Well, a lot of batteries in here. Trying to find 2 that match. Don't like to mismatch them up. I can find 2 that match. You got Energizer. There's 2. There. That'll work. Definitely not including batteries with this thing. They gonna have to get their own batteries because batteries is expensive. All right, so how do they go? I don't even know. It doesn't even show you. There's not even like a I guess you call it a diagram. It's not a diaphragm. It's a diagram. All right, so I actually think that. What? That's just weird, ain't it? No. They just come out. I don't understand that. They just come out and you just put another battery in. I don't know what they're for. That's weird. It says something on it too. Like, let me see. Yeah, I've never seen that before, so I don't know what that's for. I don't know why, but the little batteries don't fit in there, so it doesn't take them. It takes the big batteries, but these little ones, the little pieces come out, but it says something on it. Something in my eye. Where is my? There it is. It says, replace this dummy battery spacer to something nick battery when batteries are used. I think when nickel, I don't even know. I think that's just weird. Here's the other. It's a dummy battery, that's what it is. You take the dummy batteries out. Let me put the back on it. Let me put this on first. Sorry guys, bear with me. I'm trying to get this back on. There we go. It goes on like that. Let me put the screw in and there we go. You got pushed down. Man, see, I'm trying to get it to go in, but there we go. It doesn't. Long antenna. The volume's a little. That's the squelch. I mean, it works. Model 13. I don't want to talk into it. Get in trouble. It's loud. Well, it works. Got a really long antenna on. I have to look it up, the model number, and see what the model number is. And that's a really long antenna. But I had the case for it. Original case. It's 5-watt, 3-channel, model 13763. So it was like $6, something like that. $4. I don't know. I forget. That's how fast I forgot. I forgotted it, yo. I forgot it. Alright, we're gonna, we're definitely gonna see if we can get paid with this. I think it's worth it. Worth a few bucks. Alright, so, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Man, that took a lot of time up, guys. Sorry about that. I gotta remember to put these pieces back in. I think you take the batteries out, put the dummy ones in, so that you're not using your batteries, so it's not killing the batteries. Or maybe they even works off of all of those batteries except for them. I'm not really sure how that works. I have to look it up. All right. So if you guys ever see Robin Ruth, make sure that you pick it up. It's a really expensive hat. This one is really cool. It's all over floral. It's got a floral print and it says Chicago on it. So it's really dope. Super embroidered. This was probably like a $30 or $40 hat when it was new. Maybe even a little bit more. I'm not sure, but I think it was $2. It was $3. It's a little bit higher than what I usually spend on a hat, but I seen it was a Robin Youth and it has everything going on for it. It's got that little distressed type of deal in the back, the little patch. As soon as I seen Robin Ruth, I knew that I could probably get a few bucks for it. It's probably like 20 or 25 for that hat. Hats ship really, really easy. They're very light. So, ooh, something's banging around in there. What is that? Uh-oh. That is a game. All right. So this is the only game that I picked up. I am going to have to replace the case. Hopefully the paper's not ripped. Nope, the paper's good. I'm just going to, well, it's a little bit dented up. I'm just going to replace the case The paper's actually ripped at the top too, so it's not perfect. But it was $4, but this game sells for about 20 bucks, so it'll probably flip really fast. This is SSX 3. I love SSX Tricky for the GameCube. Really dope game. Every time I get the GameCube, or not, every time I get the Wii, I always buy SSX Tricky for GameCube so I can play it on the Wii, which I have a copy of it in my living room. Maybe I'll play it tonight. I don't know. I'm always working. I never have time to play. So I did pick that up. There was another game. I didn't pick it up. It just wasn't, the value wasn't there. Remember, this was $2.50. This is Lighthouse. The Lighthouses of Virginia. This is pretty cool. That's a pretty dope shirt. I'm pretty sure that this is vintage. It's not a single stitch, but it does say, I think it says Jim Kestel, but it says 95. So I'm not sure if it's from 95 or if that's just the signature date. The person that, I guess, maybe painted that. Not sure. It does have an old tag. It says Made in USA. It probably is. Assembled in El Salvador of USA components. So, yeah. Close. But, it's not real old, but it's not new either. Well, you know what I mean. Alright, so this was a Adidas Soccer. This was $3.50. That is an old tag right there. That's a 90s tag, I think. But anything Adidas Soccer, vintage, does very well. I actually found a soccer jersey, an authentic one, tonight. I think it's vintage. It's Nike. Okay, so I wasn't sure about this Levi's, but it was only $3. My son is telling me about his VR. I cut him out of the video because I don't like him. No, I'm kidding. I was showing him this jersey too. He played soccer for a little while. He knows a lot of the soccer teams. But I picked up this Nike. It was $3. This is Manchester United. This is an authentic one. I believe that's an older tag. I don't think it's 90s, but I know it's a little bit older, but I don't think it's that old. This is a dry fit. Really cool. Really neat sleeves. Like, check out them sleeves. This is just an all around dope jersey. I'm not really sure what it's worth. It's probably worth a few bucks, you know, a decent amount. So, all right. So where were we with the Levi's? I actually skipped one. I know it's not vintage. It's a size medium cotton, made in Indonesia. Of course, you know, I had to look at the Levi's tag. It actually has a blue tab. So it's just your basic Levi's, but it's like a half button, not a quarter button, but like it buttons like halfway down. Are the sleeves, are they rubber? No, they're plastic. I don't know if they're metal. I don't think they're metal, but it's just kind of like a what's it called? Like that conductor hat type of material, the pinstripe, where they make the like the overalls and the hat. It's kind of like that train conductor type of pattern material, whatever you want to call it. But I'm not really sure. I can't really think of the right word to use, but I just picked it up because it was cheap, and it's Levi's. I know it will sell. I'll definitely get my money for it. All right, so Gotcha is a really old brand. It's been out since maybe the 80s or 90s. I used to wear Gotcha when I was a little skateboarder, young buck. But it says Gotcha, right? I don't know if this is vintage. I'm not really sure. I think they actually are still making clothing. There's the Gotcha. It's got like a dragon. You can see the dragon. It has the dragon on the back. There's the dragon there. And then it has on the sleeves kind of like that Asian type of deal. That was real big in the 90s too with Mecha, and they used that Asian print, and Wu-Tang used the martial, the fighting, and it was real big in the 90s. All right, so I used to have this phone. This is the Motorola, the Moto Z Play. It was only $1 for There's only supposed to be 3 cases in there, but I think that they left their old case in there. The wooden one, the wood grain one, is the original one that comes with the phone. So that one right there by itself is probably, it's got to be worth at least $10, $10 or $15. So I'm thinking I can probably sell the entire set. Maybe pull that one out and sell the set by itself, because the set comes with those 3. There's another one. There's a black one in there. What is that? Oh, I don't... Does that one go to it? Yeah. Okay, I see what's going on here. They're all for the same phone, but the wood grain one... The wood grain one is the original one that went to the phone. So whenever they got rid of their phone, they must have had something else, another cover for it. Because in order to... You could change your cover. It was magnetic. And it came with cameras, and it was... they were called mods. You could mod your phone, but I didn't really care for the phone. The camera was crap, and it just wasn't a very good phone. They had a good idea, but they didn't have a good phone for the idea. So, you know, it is what it is. But I picked that up for $1. I'm pretty sure I can make a decent profit off of that. Found another alpaca sweater. Found one the other day. It's listed now. I sent somebody an offer for like $50 on it. I'm sure they'll bite. But it's not a great brand. But this brand, I don't know. America's Alpaca. Alpaca Pure Luxury. 100% Royal Baby Alpaca made in Peru. Dry clean only. Hand wash gentle. Lay flat to dry. So, no stains. I think this is a woman's extra large. Definitely a woman. So this is a woman's extra large alpaca sweater. Really good condition. There's no, I don't, little fuzzy right there. Come on, fuzzy. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. I don't see any holes in it. It's just your basic, like a beige color. Just a flat, like a cable knit type of deal. But alpaca's really expensive. It's like a, I can't really explain it. I'm not even really going to get into it because I really not really certain the type of animal. Like, I don't know that much about it. I know it's really expensive. It's kind of like cashmere is really really expensive to make. Like, from they have to gather so much from the animal to make like one, you know, just to make a tie or a sock, or, you know, it's crazy. There's a lot of work involved in cashmere, and it's sad because I'll find a 100% cashmere jacket and I'll only get like $30 or $40 for it because of the brand. Now, if it's Polo or if it's like Armani or if it's something really high end, then of course it's going to sell for a higher amount. Like Laura Piana or something like that, you know. Okay, so I think this was made. Yeah, this was made in USA. This is a really cool shirt. So it's made in USA. It's got the single stitch. Here's the single stitch. If you guys have never seen it, that's a single stitch sleeve. Now it's going to have single stitch on the bottom too. This actually has, it's embellished. It's got like the button. Here's the bottom hem. Hopefully it's not. A lot of times they'll be ripped at the bottom, but here's the single stitch bottom hem as well. There's the single stitch. This is just a really cool tee. It's actually like beaded. Like they're like beads, if you can look. See? It's got like the, wow, that's really cool. This is a dope shirt. And they're all still there. Like, I don't think any of them are missing. Is it missing any? Maybe one in the middle. There might be one that was missing right there, but it's not a big deal. It's really cool too because it actually has the, it's got like a little pocket, but I don't know if somebody made this, but it's really cool. I figure I could probably get like $20 or $30 for this. It's really dope. It does have a stain. I didn't see the stain. It's really light. It's not that bad. Right there. Not too bad, but I seen it was vintage. It wasn't that much, so I picked it up. I did get a big pile of media. I'm going to go through this. The Incredibles is actually new. I took it out of the thing. I didn't know it was new, but I went like this, and I took it out of the thing, and it's brand new. It's still in the plastic. So, this is a brand new game. I don't know what it's worth. Probably a couple bucks. It could be worth a lot. It could be worth a little. You know, who knows? It is, I'm trying to find the date. Man, they write so small on this stuff. It's like you can't see anything. It is, come on, where you at? No, I don't see no date. I see Disney, macro, something. It's probably on the back of the disc. It's probably on here somewhere. Published, something. Trademark. Come on, fly. The flies are coming out now. Oh my God. We have ladybugs really bad out here too. I don't see a date. I see a WW dot. That's about it. That means it's not really old, but I guess we're going to have to look it up. We'll find out. Don't know what that's worth. I'll have to look it up. All right, so I got game pack. This is really cool. Mega game pack. I always look at the discs when they're always make sure that they're in good shape. This one's in really, really good condition. Basically new. It's got one little scratch on it. Nothing too major that will decrease the value too much. Then we got Angry Birds. This is new too. This is brand new. This was actually bought at Ollie's. Don't know how. 2009 to 2012. This might even be when Angry Birds came out. I don't know how old that game is. Dinosaur Adventure 3D. This is pretty cool. I did check this one as well. This one's a little dirty. It's not scratched. It's just dirty. I'm going to have to clean it. I don't know the value of that. Again, I couldn't scan anything in the store. Here's Zoo Tycoon. I guess they were all $1. It's a little high, actually, than what I would like to have spent. I mean, oh, man. That's going to rip the box, isn't it? I'm going to have to try to get that off without ripping it. I'll have to work on that later, try to get that sticker off. You can heat them up and pull them off. Either way, I'm still going to have to hit it with Goo Gone. Maybe I can get it to come off. There we go. Come on, you got to do it slow, really slow. Still ripped a little bit. You can hear it. Hate that sound. I should be able to clean that up with Goo Gone. Yeah. Oh, I did rip some of the cardboard off of it. I hate when they do that. I'm trying to make it look nice, you know. I didn't even look at the discs. Maybe they're scratched. Maybe that's why I didn't pick it up last time. Ooh, yeah, they're dirty. That one is. I'll try to clean them up. I don't know what this is worth. I know some of the Zoo Tycoons, some of the big box sets are worth a good bit. Now, Frogger's not worth that much. I did pick this Frogger up. It's got a big sticker on. I got to clean that up with Goo Gone too, which reminds me I need to order another bottle. This one's okay too. Some of these games aren't in the best condition. There's Frogger too, but some of them are. Some of them are. I think this is new. This TV Guide one. I couldn't figure out how to get it out of the box. So I'm pretty sure it's new. Yeah, because I think you got to open it. Yeah, this is new. I think you have to open it to get it out of here. Like, it's like, yeah, it's sealed all the way around. It's sealed all the way around the whole thing. So I'm not sure what this one's worth either, but that one's new. Then you have Delta Force Extreme. It's like brand new. It's still got the code and everything all inside. Age of Mythology. I did check this one out. This one's really good. Then you have Age of Empires. Some of these I don't know if you can play or not, so I'm going to have to do more research on them. Some games you cannot play. Is this broken? Yeah, figures. It's cracked right there. This is the Ultimate Game. Oh, it broke. I don't think it was broke before. I think I might have another double. I saved my cases, so I might have a double case to actually put this in, which I'm going to have to. This was brand new also. Multimedia Spanish. And then we have the SSX. All right, so one more bag of goodies. Right here. Right here. Okay. See what we got. Ooh, lots of goodies in here. Okay, so this is the Rust. Those are the Rust bears. They were little ugly looking bears. I couldn't find a date on it, but it was $5. I was like, I'm going to take a chance on it. It actually has, I'm going to show you. I can fold it back up and put it back in the thing. Not a big deal. It still has the tag on it. It's still brand new. But I want to show you the back of it because it's really cool. but it has the design on the back. This is a children's, so yeah, it's basically just a bigger version of the other piece. So I'm going to put this back the way that it was, make sure that it's not, some of it's like sticking together. This is cool. I'm going to have to take it out anyway to take the photos. So, alright, so we're going to put this back in here like this. Put it back in here, something like that. Yeah. Put that back there. Yeah. Okay, so really cool. I'll put it back together. Another piece of paper. Put that in here. Alright. I'm going to leave it out because I got to take photos of it. So I'm going to have to open that anyway. Alright, so I did get this bag for my son. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. I'm not sure where this goes here. But it was only 75 cents. I was like, wow, for 75 cents, I'm going to pick it up. I think it, like, folds in half, but it's just like a regular bag, too. So, I got to look at it a little bit more. But it seems like it's in pretty good shape. He might want this bag. I don't know if he's going to want it or not. We'll find out. Okay, so I did not really want to spend up on this jacket, but it was brand new with tags. I did see that it's military. All their jackets were half off. I went through every one, so I did get all the best ones from there. I'm sure they might have had some people in there earlier. They may have grabbed up some good stuff, but this is called Next. This is military. So this is military gear. I might be able to look this up online. May even be able to scan that and go right directly to maybe to the site and just kind of copy the stock photos, which would be a lot easier. A lot of people will recommend you not to do that, to take your own original photos, but if you have a brand new item, it really doesn't matter as long as it's the exact same item. So you're just making it easier on yourself, that's all. But if you want, I mean, sometimes I just throw them on mannequin and just do the darn thing. So it is what it is. We'll figure it out, right? Alright, so I got this Ralph Lauren one. This one's nice. It's got some dirt on the back. I'm going to have to clean that up. It's nothing too fancy. It's just the Chaps Ralph Lauren. This is when they merged together and they did their own little thing. There's nothing big on the back. It's just kind of like a bomber. Let's see what size it is. A little big on me. It's probably like an extra large. It's actually really nice. No, I can't have it because I'm always keeping everything. Pockets right there. It's in good condition, like almost like brand new. Chaps Ralph Lauren. It's only got the little logo there, so I'll probably only get like 40 bucks for it, but it wasn't that much. The sleeves are a little. This one's a little more stretched out. Yeah, that sleeve is dirty, so I'm gonna need to clean it. I might just wipe it down, but I think this one maybe needs to go through the wash. It's got the Chaps Ralph Lauren on the inside. There's the label, Chaps Ralph Lauren. It is big, right? What size is it? Yeah, it's an extra large. So that needs to be washed. The sleeves are like filthy on that thing. So that's what we'll do. We'll wash it. All right. So what do we have left? We have. Is that it? All she wrote. Nothing else in there. I'll probably get that media done tonight because media is so easy to do. Alright, so the first thing I did when I seen this jacket was I went, okay, it's a Levi's. What do you do when you see Levi's, especially when it's like this and it looks really old? You look at the Levi's tab and make sure that it's not a big E. Unfortunately, it's not a big E. But this is vintage. I think it's a woman's. It's like a woman's jean jacket. I could probably get, I paid half. I paid $5. It was $10. I think it's made. See, I don't know if it's made in USA. I know this is old. I can tell by the tag. It has a long number. Machine wash, normal cycle, tumble, dry, wash and dry with like colors. It says. Then it has that tag. It doesn't say. It doesn't say where it was made. But There's no rivets on the inside or anything like that. It has the bar tacks. So it's you can tell. See the bar tack right here? You can tell by the age of this garment by looking that up. But the bar, those are called bar tacks. You'll see them on the inside of your pockets, on your back pockets. They're actually like they replaced rivets because rivets would rip through furniture and everything like that. So they stopped putting rivets on the outside. So if you find Levi's with rivets on the outside, most likely they're very old. So you might want to look them up. But that's it. We got the Levi's jacket. It's a woman's jacket. I have no idea what size it is. It says large. Okay, it says size large. When you see those letters like that, when you see those long letters, you just type those letters in. Or, I'm sorry, numbers. Yeah, letters. They don't look like letters. Type those numbers in, that sequence of numbers, and you'll find you'll probably be able to tell what year it's from. This is old. This is probably from the 80s. I'm thinking 80s. So definitely vintage, probably made in USA, has the bar tack. It may be worth a little bit more than what I'm thinking. So we shall see, said the blind man. How many times do I have to say it? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. That's all I have for this video. I hope you guys learned a little something, you know, seen some cool stuff, you know, because I'll always pick up interesting items. And I will be sure to pick up more interesting items this summer. Yard sales are coming. Unfortunately, Craigslist does not partner with the yard sale finder anymore. If you guys don't know about that, thank you, Rockstar Flipper, for letting us know, because I did not know that, and there's hardly any. I guess you have to go on like Facebook, or there's other ways now that we're just going to have to find our yard sales. That was just so convenient. It was just boom, you know, type the address in, bam, and you're at the yard sale. So I guess I'll just have to be a little bit ahead of my game. Tomorrow I know that there is a storage auction, and I would like to take $100 and go tomorrow. I do not want to spend much more than that. I think they're auctioning off 3 units. There's a lot of competition out here. People with a lot more money than me. People that buy property, you know, that are just crushing it with the units. Maybe I can pick up something small that someone's not interested in, and I might find something interesting there. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed my video. Comment down below if you guys have any questions or concerns. Make them positive comments, and that's it. That's all I have. Peace out.